Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the review. This time is the Mezco 112 Collective Tactical Suit Batman from Justice League. Uh, Gotta say, easily impressed with it. It seems like Mezco has a real love for Batman, and they want to tend to always get it perfect. Batman came out really great. I only have minor gripes with it, but it's nothing that'll make me go, "Oh, I hate this figure." It's nothing really like that. It actually came out really, really wonderful. I love the look. I love the design. I love the feel. It's probably a little too big, but again, Batman seems to be their favorite, so they always make him larger than life. It translates for them. But anyway, let's jump into the review. As you can see here, design-wise, this Batman looks actually looks a lot of like the modified Batman suit from Batman v Superman, taken with some tactical look and some tactical gear, more harder body armor, and the more vital places. It's almost like he took the armor from when he fought Superman and said, "Hey, I'm gonna make it sleeker, more mobility," and this is what you get. You get a absolute monster of a Batman, and I love the look of it. It actually translates very well. Let's jump into articulation. Head can go up, can go down, pivot left and right. It's actually attached to the cowl. It's all one piece here for the neck, and the ball joint is here. So that's how it's going to work. You can't remove the neck, obviously. That's how it is. The goggles are removable. I actually put them on just to talk about it for later, and they actually look really good on there. They don't swivel all the way down. There's actually a separate piece for that, and we'll get into that later. The grim look on his face is something I'm not really a fan of. It doesn't work for me here. It doesn't translate well. But overall, I think the sculpt is really good. I just don't like the grim long frown. It just doesn't work for me. One of the things I want to talk about here is the cape. Cape wise, this cape is wonderful. It's fine. It's cool. I am a fan of wired capes. It's my thing. I like wired capes. This one actually drapes over really well, like the extended night. Covers the body really, really well. And if you've bought an Mezco Batman figure, you already know under the packaging they're going to give you one of these. I'm going to talk about this very easily. You actually get the drape parts that allow you to attach it to the stand, and doing so, it'll replicate a flowing cape. So if you are a fan of that, you'll get one of those in here. Now, in terms of articulation besides the head, as far as the arm goes, it actually can lift all the way up. The armor can actually droop a little bit down to give you that extra funk of articulation, but it gets in the way of your double rotating joints. There's a rotating bicep swivel, and you get your standard ball joint articulation upon the hand. You got to remember where you put your arm at. Then you're going to rotate all the way up. You actually get a real good rotating up. So if you want to use your grapple gun, you're actually pretty set here. You can also rotate here at the bicep a little bit, not a lot, but just enough to give you that extra bit of wiggle room when articulating your figure. As far as ab crunch goes, you can actually rotate left, rotate right, and actually has a really nice ab crunch going forward. Now, you're going to tilt the belt forward. You're going to pull it either up or down because that allows you to get the extra crunch going forward, as you can see here. It's really nice to have on this figure, especially for a Batman figure, so you want to be as articulated as possible. Legs, I always recommend you move the belt up. For the legs, you can rotate all the way up. Now, you have to be careful here because there's this extra bit of armor here now. So you want to rotate that over when rotating up. So as you can see here, you actually get the full extent of articulation. Or you can hide it under the belt, depending on how you want to do it. And the reason why that is because it'll keep it looking clean. You just may lose a little bit of articulation. Legs continue to be double jointed. Just lots of big bulky armor. And you have a little bit of swivel here at the lower leg. And you have upper thigh swivel as well. And you have a very nice ankle pivot, especially for a Batman. So again, that's why I said you rotate it under, because it's going to bend. But it's nothing you can't heat up or, just push back in. You won't really have too much of a problem. One of the things I want to go over real quick on the articulation is that this Batman actually has a great ab crunch for posing forward. So I'm going to do that real fast. I want to show it. So he can probably do as close as a 3-point stance for Mezco as possible. So I want to make sure you guys can see. He actually has a great range of motion that doesn't look too hindered, not too crazy. And I know I'm not posing all crazy, but as you can see here, he can actually do it flat-footed as well too. Feet are touching the floor, knee to the ground. You actually have a great range. Now, even if you wanted to get them a nice lower pose, the ankle is really nice. It rotates out. So now you can get some bat judo going. Either way, it is a very nice look that extends and lends itself very well to this figure. And I'm very much enjoying it. Left a lot of room for a lot of enjoyment to be made, especially posing, which is what I enjoy the most. Anyway, let's jump into accessories so we can talk about stuff. First thing I'm going to do is go over the extra head accessory. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want to also knock the goggles thing out as well. Now, with the goggles, you can either have them attached or have them not. They come not attached. I put the up ones here on this one so I can show you the face down ones on the frowning head. This head I liked a lot better. It has a much better bat sculpt. It actually looks a lot like Michael Keaton here, but just with a new updated head. Real quick, we're going to just put this on, the goggles on. So you can see if you're going too fast, obviously you're going to need goggles for safety. But here they fit on very well. They rotate up. Actually, I think I have them on upside down. Yeah, I might have had them on upside down. But either way, it really works. But I kind of like it the other way, where they're supposed to sit on top of the bridge of the nose. But you can tell here from the way they're rotating at the cuff, it's supposed to be this way. So it's proof that I have them on backwards on top of here. So let's swap that for a second. Voila. So now that that's fixed. Anyway, let's get into the next bit of accessories. Here we have the Parademon weapon. It's very nice. Very cool. It's pretty plain Jane though. It fits in the hand normally. It doesn't really do anything. No shooting lasers or anything like that. Well, obviously in the movie it did, but nothing crazy for us. It is nice. It has a nice hefty weight to it, and it holds on very steadily. You get a grapple gun. Batman standard weapon for getting to and from places. You're going to get it with two versions. You're going to get it with the hook not attached to anything. So actually, excuse me one sec. You have to line it up very well, but if you don't, there it is. So it fits in really well with the hook. And then you also get it attached to a string, which obviously when you shoot it out, I'm not going to extend it because there's no way I can wrap that back up so tiny. Great job on the packaging here, keeping it safe and clean. You can also use it to attach to the back of his belt. So let's get into that in a second. Actually, I'm going to show you that now. So here the grapple gun will attach to the back of the belt. There's going to be an opening right here. And you attach the grapple gun. Did I do it right? Did I do it right? I think I may have had it backwards. Actually, mine's is not attaching. So I think I'm having a small bit of issue. Oh, wait, there it is. So it attaches actually like this, so he can grab it. So I'm assuming he's going to grab it with his right hand and use it. So it attaches like that. I'm actually going to leave that on. It looks really nice. Let's pull your belt down, give you a nice big cool and brooding pose because you're Batman. And get back to talking about accessories. You're going to get two hands that attach with batarangs for him throwing batarangs, which is standard for the Batman v Superman one, but it's also standard here as well. Batarang hands. Can't go wrong with them. Can't go wrong without them. Then you're going to have two open palms. These are going to be for grabbing items, holding grenades, looking really cool. And the reason why I said it can also hold grenades is because one of the hands actually can look like you are holding it. And you'll get 3 of these grenades. It's not the dedicated hand for it, but it looks really good holding it as if you were holding an artifact. So there's that. Then you get 3 batarangs outside of the hands as well, if you want to look cool with them. These should also fit in between the hands as well, just like the previous Batman. Then you'll get 2 dedicated right hands. One will be for holding the grapple gun. One will be for holding just about any other item, as well as holding the Parademon gun. So there's that. Then you'll get one last piece. This one also attaches to the grapple gun. This is the small part, which shows the grapple inside before it shoots out. And that's that. That's what you'll get in terms of all the accessories and cool items that come with Batman, which is really dope. I think his size is actually really big, but it works. I don't know why it works, but it works for me. It's supposed to be the big, imposing dude with this big tactical gear. That's, you know, the man, the myth, the legend. So it kind of works out. One thing I do want to try out, though, is my Kai Studios custom Batflick head. See if it works on here. And technically it does. It just looks a little too big. So let's actually see. Look. So, nope, it doesn't work. The neck port is actually a little too big for this one coming around. But it'll be a good fig if I could actually shave it down a little, but I'm not gonna. I actually don't have an extra of him. But Castillio's head looks wonderful, but doesn't fit on properly. Wish it did, though. That's a bit of a bummer. Now we're going to compare him to other Batman figures and other Justice League figures, as well as other Mafex and Mezco figures. So let's get started on it. So I'm just going to go wild and just go crazy. Everything's in front of me. It's all a hot mess. So let's just go in order of what's in the pile. Here he is next to Mafex Flash. And as you guys know, Mafex Flash is just about the same height as the SHF one. So we already know what you're getting in. I'm not going to do the SHF one at the same time. Here he is next to SHF Superman. So as you can see, this is what I was saying about much bigger for some reason. He's already big and imposing considering for Mezco using broad shoulders. So even next to Superman, he just looks crazy big. So you can't use the SHF Superman against it. Here he is with the SHF Wonder Woman. Now this one doesn't look too bad, but it does look bad in terms of the broad shoulder aspect. So we're going to do that. Now here he is next to the Mezco Wonder Woman. This one looks a lot better in terms of proportions for a Mezco with Mezco. Here's the Mezco Superman. Now this actually works a lot better, and I need to get the 11 sculpt because I actually saw that and it looks wonderful. So Superman actually works really well here in terms of looking good with the Batman. So does the Wonder Woman. Here he is next to the Mafex Aquaman, aka the Aqua Bro. I think this proportion actually works out really well. Yeah, this one works out a little bit well. Next up, we have his old Batman v Superman counterpart from Mezco. And as you can see, you can definitely see the similarities. This is the old helmet, though, so you can definitely tell the difference between the new tactical helmet and the older one. But design-wise, you can see why they're so similar. Then we're going to compare to the tactical suit Batman from Mafex. And as you can see, it doesn't look too bad, but as you can see, this is a more cleaner gray design. This one is a more gold, dirtyish tint. Either way, I actually like both a lot. This one actually has both the articulation and the look. It's bigger, it's bulkier. This one just has the better flowing cape. But it also does tend to have QC issues with Mezco. So this one is really a toss in the air to me. I could just probably use both equally. Can't say which one is better, honestly. But that one is just going to be relying on preference. Here these guys are next to the Mafex Justice League Wonder Woman. I think she actually works really well here in terms of size and height, but not in terms of proportion with them. Next up, we're going to have Mafex Superman, which works a little bit... just doesn't work. A little too small to go with the Batman, but hey, who knows? People might use it anyway. It's up to them. Last but not least, we're going to go with Cyborg, who you actually have no choice at this point because there's no SHF counterpart. There's only the Mattel counterpart. So you're going to pick and choose how you want to do it. Now, there's somebody I'm forgetting. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Yeah, I'm forgetting somebody. I'll probably throw it in later in the photos. But now we're going to compare it to other lines. First off, we're going to start with Mythic Legions Veritas. Looks pretty cool. Has a nice size with it. Doesn't look too bad. Next up, Marvel Legends Spider-Man. As you can see, Mezco towers over the Spider-Man with no problem. Here he is next to SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Double Heat Metal. Looks tiny in proportion compared to him. Now, I don't know if you guys read the Dark Horse stuff, but just for fun, I'm going to throw in a NECA Predator. Because Predators are cool. And if you've seen Batman versus Predator or Batman and Superman versus Predators or Aliens, this is the kind of thing you want to do in a cool crossover. So keep that in mind. Next up, we have an articulated icon ninja, who looks tiny in comparison to Batman. Last but not least, synthetic human. So as you can see, proportion-wise, the Mezco stuff is a little bit more bulkier, a little bit more bigger, but there's still stuff that'll look well with it and stuff that won't. It all depends on your perspective and how you're going to take the photos. In the meantime, though, hope you found it informative, hope you enjoyed, but most of all, hope you guys do good, be good, drink your water. Later. So this is who I was forgetting. I was forgetting the Mezco Aqua Bro. As you can see, these guys actually look pretty good together. No problems. They actually look really good together. So this one works out. Hopefully there will be a gold Aquaman from the movie. I'm hoping for it, so it'll go a lot better with this. Because the armored one, while it looks great, it can't do much. So, yeah.